Hello? It's me again. My brother's not talking. My dad just got home a minute ago. The struggles of being on YouTube, guys. The struggles. The struggles are real. Goodness, if OBS does that again, I might just not stream today. Because that needs to be fixed. I restarted my computer, and it appears like it's going again. I have to refresh. If it's not popped up, refresh. Guys, if my screen is not there, if something's... I just refresh, because you need to do that every time my freaking stream stops. Refresh the page if you guys aren't seeing why people are talking. Okay. I am back on Animal Jam. Okay. There we go. Going back to my den. Actually, I have to... crap. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Is it the fourth burp? And no, I didn't burp while the stream was messed up either. Okay. Oh, goodness. I'm back again. Something just want me to stream today, apparently, because now, this time, my OBS, the little green square in the corner of my OBS turned red, and then it went yellow, and then it just kept flashing red and yellow, and I was like, okay, this is bad, I don't know what that's about. So then, my OBS basically just was mad at me, like, you made a video about Hangouts and now you're just gonna come back to me and do a live stream with me like I'm still your friend. No, it got salty. Of course, like, I was typing in the chat. You guys probably see, maybe in the old one, maybe you'll see the chat replay, but I was typing in the chat telling you guys what was happening in the chat. But it was annoying, guys. It was annoying. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying. First, power randomly goes out and comes back on midstream. Then OBS is like, you know what? I want to be mean to you today as well. Just like the power was. I'm just gonna, yeah, you know. Goodness gracious. Okay. My custom mouse is gone again. Hang on, guys. Every time. Every time. Why am I talking like an announcer again? We're not gonna do this again, Bill. Oh, you know we are, Fred. Okay, no. Not doing that again. No. Goodness. If you don't know what that's about, that was the last video I did. I really don't know what I was doing that day. Okay. And boop, there it is. Okay. Boop, there it is. Boop, there it is. Okay. Thank you, Fred. Today we're gonna try and do another live stream without it crashing. Thank you, Fred. I agree. Yes, Bill. I can't remember who was who, but Fred and Bill, that's all I remember. Alright, so now there's 3 live streams on my channel with the same thumbnail. They're all the same live stream, just cut into pieces, you know? It's like, mwah. It's like, it doesn't look like it's a big of a live stream anymore, does it? Actually, is it even showing up on my channel now? After all the times it's crashed. It's showing up there, but it's not showing up in my videos yet, which would make sense. But now there's gonna be 3 videos with the same thumbnail, because I'm not deleting those 2 videos. They're the same, they're all the same live stream, just different points in the live stream. It's like having 3 separate videos to watch of the same stream. Okay. We need one more person to come and join us for Forgotten District. I remember what I was talking about, technically. I was talking about the Animal Jam community and Scorm being live as well. Apparently he's having more luck than I am because I just keep crashing today. And I was also talking about Mimi. So, I kept my train of thought in that entire moment of anger that I couldn't get my stream to work. I was like, I remember what I was talking about, though. I'm gonna remember. So, every time the stream crashes, everybody, like, has to find their way back here, and it's annoying. Like, everybody leaves, like, oh, well, the stream's over. I'm like, no, wait, come back. Come back. Titanic? Anybody? No? Okay. Anyone else on that wants to come join? I guess it's just gonna be us 3. I don't know if anybody else wants to come join us. My entire family's in the living room talking now. I have to pee, but I'm afraid to leave the stream unsupervised and it just crash again, so I'm just gonna hit BRB. Play some music in the background for you guys, in case of death, because my stream likes to be stupid sometimes. I don't know why. It just does that to me. It just does it, okay? It crashes, and it hates me. Okay, let me find a song to hold you guys over. Let me look here. I mean, I guess this is good enough. Do not play a commercial, because it's the last thing I need right now. Okay. Lag, why? I just have to pee, okay? I don't know if you can hear it yet. Can you hear it? No. There you go. Now it's louder than me. Did I accidentally click freaking Blender? I swear. Yes, I did. Get out of here, Blender! Get out of here. That's how I make my Minecraft windows. Okay. So, be right back, as I've stated. Okay, I'm back. I literally just jumped so bad because I saw an ant. In my defense, I thought it was gonna crawl on me, okay? I jumped so hard. Like, it was underneath the toilet paper, so when I moved it, I looked over and I was like, ugh! Oh, it's just an ant. It's just an ant. I mean, in my defense, I thought it was gonna crawl on me, first of all. And I also thought it was a little tiny little spider, so... It's not my fault. I'm scared of bugs, okay? Well, that song's not in the description, but I can put it there. So, I'll have to do that after the stream, probably. Anyway, so I guess we're gonna get going with Forgotten. I'm still here! I hate when it does that. So annoying. Okay, Forgotten Desert, woo, again. I get back to telling my stories. Barely anyone's here from, like, when I remember the first live stream today, before my power went out, there were 7 people here, kind of 6, I think, and now there's 3. Hello, you 3. I'm glad you guys are the ones that stuck. I am on Gangz. I don't know how you say that, so I'm just gonna type it. I'm on Gangz. Gangs. I'm on there. So yeah. I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Okay. Actually, I think that one is in the description. I'm just not remembering this as I'm listening to it. I believe it is, because it used to be an intro for one of my types of videos. I believe. I do believe. Where is it, though? I think I got rid of it, actually. I think it used to be, yeah, it used to be my Animal Jam intro, and then I changed it. So, it used to be in the description, but it's not anymore, the song that I was listening to while I was BRB. Hi, hello, you have 3 live streams on your channel now. I'm aware, I'm keeping them all up, I don't care, they're all technically the same live stream, just different parts of the same live stream, okay? It's fine, I'm gonna wait. Does anyone else want to come join me? For the Forgotten Desert, we need 1 more person. And then maybe we'll get something good. I don't know. After Clover's left, I've been spamming Forgotten Desert the same as I do whenever Clover's was here. I get on, I watch videos, and I just do Forgotten Desert. Sometimes I do it solo, sometimes I do it with other people. Because the only reason I don't do it solo all the time right now is because it goes quicker with more people. When I do it by myself, it goes so slow. But with other people, it's like, the only reason I don't like doing it with other people is because, like, people step on toes and stuff. Like, you end up going the same direction, and it's like, this is awkward. Who's gonna get that shard, you or me? Whoever gets there first, man! It's like, you think it would be more like every man for himself, but it's more like we're all on the same team. So we should really just be like, oh, you take this yard. Oh goodness, there's people coming. Who's gonna get into the Forgotten Desert with me first? Is it gonna be the eagle or the Arctic wolf that just showed up? Me. Okay, well I don't know who you are. I don't know what your username is, so we'll wait and see who joins. I know who Tippy is. Is that you, Tippy, or are you the Arctic wolf? I don't know. But we're gonna find out. I mean, I'm gonna assume since you came here as an eagle, you kind of knew. I don't know. It depends on who. I'm in the world, gangs. That you guys have to be in the same world as me to join. If you're gonna join. So whoever joins first is the one who gets to go. Is it gonna be the Arctic wolf or is it gonna be the eagle? I'm in gangs. I have it on the screen right now. Yeah, you're Tippy. Okay, so you get to come because the Arctic wolf just kind of showed up. I don't know if you're all watching the stream or not. You probably are. So I guess it just depends on who gets in first. Oh, I think it was the Arctic wolf, yeah, which is now an owl. Well, I guess we're going. Tippy, can you join? Will you be okay with joining next round? I don't know. Will you be okay with that? I need your permission. For you to join next round. I think they just left. So, well, that's awkward. Well, that's awkward. Okay. We'll go, and then we'll come back for you next round. We'll cycle through. We'll make a loop. So, okay. I think we're going good this time. Every time I think the live stream is going well, something unexpected happens. So if something happens again, I'm just going to end the live stream. Because I'm getting sick of having to deal with this, man. I don't want 4 live streams on my channel, let alone 5. This is just escalating so quickly. Also, if you guys ever want to know my pattern for the Forgotten Desert, because I've talked about my pattern not for Forgotten Desert. I mean, like, for clovers. I've talked about my pattern for clovers so many times. I cannot talk. I'm so, like, my brain thinks faster than my mouth can speak it. Clovers. I've talked about my pattern for that a lot of times, but I've never said, I mean, I think I have for Forgotten Desert, but I've never mentioned it in the future. I usually go to the bottom right first, and then I make my way, like, I usually do the entire left side if I can, unless people like finish it before I get there. I usually go bottom right, and then I go up to the right, and then I just kind of do the entire right side usually. I usually try to do the entire map just to, like, circle around and see if anybody missed one. That's usually my goal on this adventure, is to see if anybody missed a shard somewhere. Because otherwise we're going to be flying around looking for ages. Because I know where all of them are. But here lately it's kind of hard to tell because they just swap them out sometimes. Sometimes there's one somewhere and then sometimes there's not. It confuses me. So that's my pattern. I usually go bottom right first. I like when someone goes top right, and then someone goes top left, and then someone goes bottom left. I like when people do that, and they split in the perfect directions to, like, make the most ground covered and stuff. I like that. Like when because everybody has their own pattern of this. I like when someone's pattern is to go into the bottom left, someone's pattern is going to the top right, someone's going to the top left, and then I have the top, or the bottom right. And then everybody kind of just, they just deal with their own pattern of how they do it, and then it kind of works out for the best for everyone. But anyway, hello, how are you? I'm going down. I might as well get back into my story before something happens to my frickin' OBS again. Anyway, the Animal Jam community sometimes is a bit iffy, okay? To me, sometimes it's a bit mean. It can be cruel sometimes. People are mean in this community a lot sometimes. But there's a lot of nice people as well, and that's why I stayed in the Animal Jam community and kept making Animal Jam videos and stuff. Not just for getting a bunch of views or making money off of it because of stuff like that. I just liked being a part of Animal Jam and making my own community. I guess I saw people voting for the wild pups, or by people I mean that one person that keeps showing up to every stream. You know who you are, man. You know, or woman, I don't know. The person I helped with the Google Hangout stream thing. I don't know how to pronounce your name, or I would say it. But I would assume, like, it looks like Journey or Jorn, I think. I don't know. I'm sorry. I butcher names a lot. But anyway, they voted on wild pups to be what my subscribers are called. I feel like I could come up with a better thing for that. I feel like I so could, but right now, wild pups is the only thing that comes to my mind. Because, like, I'm Wild Wolf, and y'all are my wild pups. I don't know. I don't know. I could just call you my pups or something. Because it's just a cute nickname. That's all it is. But anyway, and then I guess we can get back to the story of my mom's dog, Mimi. Because in the last live stream, before it cut me off on OBS, the pack. Yeah, I was thinking about that, the pack. But I don't know. I don't know if I would. Like, it's about what feels right when I say it, you know? Like, when I mention you guys, it's whatever feels like the right thing to say, like, the wild pack, or the wild pups, or just the pack, or just the pups. Like, it's a difficult subject. I don't know. Maybe one day in the future I'll come up with a really good name that everybody is acceptable with for being called. Like, it's just like my subscribers. Like, 'cause I don't like calling you guys my fans. That sounds really full of yourself whenever I say that. I sound so full of myself. Like, oh, they're a fan. I want to say something like, oh yeah, they're a pup or something. Like, it's like a way of saying fan, but not really, because I don't see them as my fans. I see them as my friends. That's the thing. Anyway, I just wanted a cute little nickname to call you guys instead of my fans, because I don't see you guys as fans. Because I feel like I don't need fans, I need friends. You're not my, like, it's like, we're not family, we're not friends, we're family, stuff like that. Only it's like, you're not fans, you're friends, you know? The pack is a very, like, endearing thing, though, because, like, we're a pack of wolves. We'll pounce on anything that moves, no. But then the pups is like, I'm like your leader, and you're like a bunch of little puppies just follow me around. I don't know. I don't know. They're both good in equal ways, but I don't know. The puppy pack. Just mix them together. Anyway. I don't know. But the story with Mimi. If you don't know Mimi, she's my mom's, teacup, we call her. Teacup Chihuahua, but she might just be a normal Chihuahua, we don't know. But she's really small for being a normal Chihuahua, so that's why we call her a teacup Chihuahua. Anything good? Nope. Anyway, what happened to her? I told you guys if you didn't want to watch, then you could, you know, just mute this part of the stream and come back in a minute. But anyway, what happened to Mimi was a very dramatic and scary thing that's happened to me. Like, the most scary thing that's happened to me in a very long time. Like, a very long time. And it was the most traumatic thing that my brain still pictures it. Whenever I'm going to bed, it still just pictures it, like, reliving it. It's the worst. What happened to Mimi, which we've ruled out some stuff, but we've also thought maybe it was this or maybe it was that. But what happened was, the full story is, my brother, me and my mom, we were in my mom's room. Me and my mom were watching Jane the Virgin. It's a show on the CW. We were watching that, catching up on our show. And when we were watching it, my brother came in, so we had to pause it because he was talking to us and we couldn't watch while he was talking. And we were watching it, and he started, like, I was eating chicken, but I was done with the chicken, so I put it away. But then a little bit later, Buddy wanted the chicken, so I gave him some. And then Mimi, being Mimi, got jealous and wanted some chicken too. So, while she was trying to eat some, Matthew, my brother, started to, like, poke her and, like, bug her and stuff. And he got this, like, green pillow and started to slowly nudge it towards her, and she was growling, and she, like, had, like, 6 pieces of chicken in her mouth. Like, she ate so many pieces of chicken. Like, she was like, I watched it, she ate it so fast. Well, she had it in her mouth. She didn't eat it, but she had it in her mouth, and she, like, went away with it. Like, she took it all really quickly and ran away. And we were all laughing at how much she had in her mouth and how quickly she did it and just left. And then, like, a couple seconds later, maybe, we don't really know how long later, because it felt like it lasted an eternity. This entire ordeal felt like it lasted an eternity. But a little bit later, my brother pointed at her, and me and my mom looked over, and Mimi was, like, wobbling side to side. And she went, like, she flopped one way and then another, and then she just fell back on her back. Like, laid on her back and looked like she was, like, trying to spit something out. And or, like, she was a little bit, like, she was shaking a little bit. So we thought maybe she had a seizure. But the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it, I said, oh my gosh, she's choking. Like, that's the first thing that came to my mind was, oh my gosh, she is choking. Because I saw face to face how much chicken she had in her mouth, and I instantly put together, like, oh my gosh, she's choking. And none of us knew the Heimlich maneuver for a dog, and we didn't know what to do. But my mom kind of knew, but in that moment, she didn't know what to do. So she, like, put Mimi, like, on her back and started, like, pushing her stomach and stuff. And, like, well, before that, though, I picked Mimi up because I was, like, trying to get her to, like, spit the chicken out. I was, like, moving her upside down, trying to get her to, like, be able to spit it out. But then I handed her to my mom because I didn't know what I was doing. So I put her down in my mom's hands, and my mom started pushing on her stomach, and then my mom finally got her 2 fingers and reached in Mimi's mouth and, like, got the chicken out of her mouth, but there was still some left in there. She couldn't reach it, though. So there was still a bunch of chicken in Mimi's, like, throat that couldn't get out. And then, literally, as this entire ordeal was happening, Mimi's body was just going very limp and was not moving at all. Like, in the slightest. Like, she was moving a little bit when I handed it to my mom, but then by the time she was in my mom's hands, she was, like, slowly fading away. Like, she was, as we said to my dad when he got in, she was gone. She was dying. Like, she was, like, we were so convinced that she was dead, because by the time my mom had gave up, like, she had, like, poured a little bit of chicken out of Mimi's mouth. By the way, the chicken that she pulled out of her mouth, I watched Buddy eat. Like, she's over there dying, and Buddy walked up and just ate the chicken and walked away and ate the rest of the chicken that was on the plate. Because after I saw Mimi choking, I just kind of put the plate down, and Buddy ate it all. And Mimi didn't get any of that chicken. But anyway, Mimi was choking, and my mom, we had literally all given up because my brother had hit the floor because he was blaming himself because he was the one teasing her, thus having her eat all that chicken and choking on it. So he was blaming himself thoroughly and feeling like crap, and he hit the floor praying, and my mom hung her head down crying with Mimi in her arms, and I fell back and covered my face and said no, because, like, it happened so fast. Like, in a split second, Mimi was eating chicken and being all aggressive like she usually is, because she's very territorial over her food. Anytime someone gets near her while she's eating, she will bite them. It's happened to me a million times. My dad's laughing and they're ruining the serious moment, father. But, like, every time you get near Mimi when she's eating, you don't want to, because she gives you this evil death stare, like, get away from me. So my brother instantly, like, starts to tease her, like, I'm gonna get your chicken, I'm gonna get it, and she, like, starts trying to bite him and makes this, like, weird, like, attacking noise. So we thought it was just normal. It was, like, a normal thing that we do, like, all the time. My brother always teases her, Mimi always gets that aggressive and eats all the food, and then, you know, it's fine. But this time it was like, she fell backwards, and it looked like she was dead instantly. I was like, oh my gosh, she's choking! Like, whenever an animal of mine, or an animal that we've owned, has died, my mom and dad, or mainly my dad, is the one who takes care of the body and doesn't let me see it, because he spares me and my brother from that, like, seeing that, the part. So, me sitting here watching this was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm watching her die. Like, her dead body is in my hands. Like, I felt it. It was like holding a floppy stuffed animal that was a little bit heavier than a stuffed animal. It was like, she was like flopping there, like, dead. She was dead. I'm so convinced that she was dead. And then, it's like, my mom said her tongue was hanging out, and it was blue, and her eyes were not fixed on anything. Like, they were just, like, kind of just staring, like, bleh. Like, she was gone, okay? Then my mom, about the time my brother hit the floor, I fell back, my mom's head was down crying, we were, like, wailing, and my dad was in the bathroom at the time, and we were like, Daddy, like, I was screaming it. The most violent scream. I was like, Daddy, because I thought he was the only one who could fix this. Like, he's the only one that could get that out of her mouth, because my mom couldn't reach it. So we thought maybe my dad could be able to save her. But he didn't even get there until the end of this whole ordeal. Okay? So we thought he was a goner. My brother hit the floor. I fell back, covered my hands, screaming, no. My mom was saying, no, Mimi, no, Mimi. And she goes, oh my gosh, she's coming too. She's coming too. And I sat up, and my brother got up off the floor, climbed onto the bed, and looked at Mimi, and she woke up, and was, like, she walked out of my mom's hands, went over to Buddy, and bit him on the leg. Not even joking! She got up, instantly bit Buddy on the leg, and then started chewing her butt, and just walking around looking for the rest of the chicken. Like, she looked like nothing happened to her. She looked fine. And she has been that way ever since it happened. She's walking around like nothing happened. She's eating a bunch of food. She's drinking perfectly fine, like nothing happened to her. And we're all just like, because it happened so fast that we were all just like, oh my gosh. Like, that escalated so quickly. And then now it's like nothing ever happened. But we know very well that something happened. Like, it's mind blown. Like, that was I don't remember what day that was, guys. It was that traumatic for me. I don't remember what day it was. It was, like, I think, the day before yesterday. Like, it's been, I think, 4 days since this happened. But as someone who's never seen an animal pass away, in front of them or in general at all. Like, I've never seen, like, any of the pets I've ever owned, I've never seen their corpse, as you could call it. I've never seen their body or watched it happen, but this time I was, like, witnessing it. I was like, she's dying. Like, we were all, like, 100% convinced. And my mom was so confused, like, because, like, she choked, and there was still chicken in her mouth, so how did Mimi wake up? What happened to the chicken? We were like, it's a miracle. God saved her life, okay? We were 100% convinced on that, too, because, like, the next day, my mom saw a quote from one of our pastors that we watched, Stephen Furtick is his name, and it said, just because it was dead, is dead, looks dead, doesn't mean it has to stay dead. The next day after that happened, we were all like, holy crap. Holy crap, we witnessed a miracle, guys. We witnessed a miracle. And currently, Mimi is in the background sleeping. But after that, we always kind of loved on her for a good, solid 20 minutes. Then we went to bed, and my mom said she couldn't go to sleep forever because she was just scared. Because we thought that Mimi had a seizure, and we were scared forever after that it was going to happen again. But then we kind of ruled out that she was choking, because if she had a seizure, she would have crapped or, like, peed herself, and her jaw would have locked up, and my mom wouldn't have been able to get her fingers in her mouth to get the chicken out if she had a seizure. So we were like, okay, she had to have choked, because all that chicken in her mouth, plus the what we witnessed, she must have been choking the second she took the chicken down. Like, when we thought she was eating the chicken, she must have been just choking on it right after that entire ordeal happened. And that's why by the time we got to her, she was already, like, passed out. So, that's the story of Mimi. That is the story of Mimi. Yeah, my mom and my nanny and me all think that the reason Mimi came back to life is just because she saw Buddy eat all the chicken and she came back for revenge. We are convinced that, like, she went up and was like, oh, heaven. And then she looked down and saw Buddy go, yum. And she was like, oh, heck no. You ain't gonna eat the chicken that I just risked my life for. Actually, technically, did die for. I died for that chicken. I'm coming back to get that chicken. Because, like, the first thing she did when she, like, woke up was literally bite him, like, straight on the leg. Like, it was... And after it happened, I was like, wait, I watched him eat the chicken, like, because I was too scared and sad at the moment to pay attention to the fact that he ate the chicken that was in her mouth that my mom pulled out of her. Like, I was too sad and scared at that moment. I saw him eat it and I just ignored it, but then after I was like, wait, he ate the chicken that she almost died on. It was like, oh goodness, that day was the worst, but also, like, it was a miracle at the same time. So what happened to me the past couple of days after it happened was my brain kept, like, replaying it, like the screams me and my mom were doing, and, like, seeing Mimi and my hands flopping lifeless, seeing my brother hit the floor. Like, it was like I just kept replaying the bad parts, and now I'm getting to the point where I'm replaying the part where she woke up and the fact that it was a miracle. Like, now I'm just trying to think of, holy crap, that was a miracle, instead of focusing on that it actually happened and that it was terrifying. I think for a couple of days I was just in shock, is what happened. I was in shock that I'm going to host another Forgotten Desert. Sorry, I've been sitting here rambling. But it was just a very dramatic story that I wanted to tell you guys. So that's what happened on, I think it was Thursday night, because I had not recorded a FNAF for that day. All day I didn't record a FNAF, I just didn't feel like doing that. And then that night, Thursday night, was when that happened. So it's been a couple days. I think it's supposed to be Tippy that joins us. Tippy? Come on, Tippy. I'll wait for you, Tippy. If someone else joins, I'll have to kick him out. I'm sorry. It's Tippy's turn, because we left him last time. I say them because I don't know if you're a boy or a girl. I'm not going to assume genders because it offends people. What world are you in? I am in gangs still. I'm in gangs as well. I'm still in the same server. So my family's the same way, but it is my mom that does it. Oh, poor puppy. Yeah, the poor little Mimi. We've had her for, I think, 6 years, I believe. Okay, Tippy? Tippy, are you joining? Sammy, are you gonna stay here? Because you've done it the last couple of times. Tippy has not. Okay. I kind of want to hold Mimi now, but she doesn't like being held, but I'm gonna get her anyway. Because after that story, and I'm reliving it, I just want to hold you. Come here, don't bite me, okay? Come here, Mimi. Come here, don't bite me. Please don't bite me. Oh, she's so lazy. Come here, little nugget. Oh, the nugget. I know you don't like being held that much. I'm aware. I know. Don't look up at me. Don't mean me. Can you sniff the microphone? Like, make noises. Let them know you're okay. Yeah? You okay? Mm-hmm. I think I have a picture of Mimi on my computer, so I can show you guys what she looks like. I'm gonna do that before I join this. Hang on. Because I feel like I should show you what she looks like if I'm gonna tell this entire story. Oh, I know I woke you up. I know. I know. Mimi. I just love you. Okay? I didn't know how much I loved her until I saw her dying in my arms. Oh crap, I searched in the wrong spot. Okay. I've got several pictures of Mimi. Well, there's one of her on her back. I think here's a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. There's the nugget. I call her a nugget because she's a very, very small chihuahua. She's like a nugget sized. And I'm a girl. Okay, so you're a girl. Good to know. Mimi. That's the Mimi. She's in my lap right now. That's the nugget that this story has been about. She's like so small, guys. Hi, Mimi. Her ears are back right now. She's looking at me like, why did you wake me? Why am I in your lap? Mimi. You don't know. Like, she literally had no clue that it happened. She didn't even know that she died for a second there. Like, she had no idea. And I can make this fit in the entire screen. So this stream is dedicated to this little nugget here. This little Mimi nugget. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't die. I'm very glad you didn't die. I know. I know you're upset. She's so floppy right now. It worries me. It scares me. Every time she gets all lazy and floppy now, I get scared. But it's just because I just woke her up while she was curled up in a ball on my bed. Like, why? She's looking back at the bed like, I was so comfortable. Mimi? I love you, Mimi. Yes, I know. Mimi. Okay. So I'm going to put her back on the bed. She's a good little nugget. Go on the bed. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. I regret waking her up now because now she's going to be in the floor taking a drink. Okay. Moment of love for Mimi is over. She almost died. We're pretty sure that she did die for a split second and then came back to life. So that's the story of what happened to Mimi and why there was no FNAF on. That's technically not the reason there was no FNAF. Because I had that entire day, because it was nighttime when that happened. I had the entire day to record FNAF. But the reason I didn't is because I just wasn't feeling up to it the entire day. And I think it was because God was preparing me for what was going to happen that night. He was preparing me, like, no, now is not the day to record videos or do anything that you normally do because tonight's going to change you. Tonight's going to be an important day. So, I don't know. But that is the story of Mimi. That's how my Thursday went. How did y'all's Thursday go? It was a good Thursday. I believe it was Thursday. It might have, yeah, no, it wasn't Thursday. It was Wednesday night because when I record FNAF, I pre-record it so I can get it up on Thursday. So I remember because the next day was Thursday, and that's when I recorded the last Animal Jam video you guys saw. The day after that all happened, I recorded that Animal Jam video, you know, with, oh, how are you, Fred? I'm good, Bill. How are you? Like, that was the day after that happened, when I was still getting the flashbacks. So, it was Wednesday. That was my Wednesday. That was the worst Wednesday ever. It was the worst hump day. It was the worst. But also the best because, I mean, it was only the worst because of how it happened, but it was the best because of her living. That was the reason it was the best. Last day of school for me on Thursday. I need to start school on Monday because I'm homeschooled and I haven't done it for a while and I'm slacking a lot and I just want to graduate finally, but I'm on math, which I need my mom's help for. It's a big thing that I don't like. I hate school with a passion. I'm so tempted to drop out of school because I don't feel like I need it. Oh, angel wings. Mac wings is what I meant to say, but it came out angel wings. I got too excited. Okay. So. Alright. Sammy, you just wait there. Anyway. That's the story of Mimi. So now what should we talk about? That was a very traumatic incident for me. Like, after hearing the story, do you guys understand how that would be traumatic for you? Like, if that happened to one of your dogs, if you have an animal of any kind, not just a dog, but a pet that you've had for a decent amount of time, if that happened to them, what would you do? Like, I mean, I'm sure it'd be in the same situation, because it's the only reason it was so sad and so scary is because it was so sudden. Like, and if, like, she was an old dog, it'd be like, oh yeah, she's dying because she's old, but no, she's like 6, and choking on chicken right in front of us. It was scary. It was a scary thing that she was gonna die because our oldest dog Shadow is like 14 almost, and he's still alive, and she would have died. Like, that was the scary part. I hate my computer, the lag is real. Try opening your trade screen, like if you go to your profile on Animal Jam and then opening your trade screen for a second. Sometimes it gets rid of lag, but sometimes it doesn't. For me, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a rare occasion. But sometimes it gets rid of a little bit, at least. Enough for you to actually be able to move. But if that doesn't work, I've also found that opening the recycling thing also kind of helps a little bit. When you go to recycle clothes, just opening that helps a little bit as well. It won't for me right now because I'm live, and that's why I'm lagging. But those two things usually help me. Not all the time, though. I just kind of rely on that now whenever I get really laggy. I'm like, oh, maybe if I open the trade screen, possibly, it might do a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, this stream is going a little bit better now that I've kind of fixed things. Hopefully, it might cut off again. I don't know. If it does, I'll just make another live stream after this saying goodbye. Because, I mean, I've technically been going on for a minute. It's 6 now. I started at, what time was it? It was 4, wasn't it? I can't remember. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, and I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. But what is today? I don't even know what, that was Saturday. I'm streaming, and I don't know what today is. I only stream on Saturday. Okay, so that means I'm trying to get my schedule wrapped, around stuff, because I have to, so it's Saturday, so I gotta get stuff ready on Wildcraft for recording tomorrow, because I post it on Mondays, and I gotta record it on Sundays. I usually record it before Sunday, because then I have more time to edit and download it and stuff. Because Sunday, like, if I record it the day before it goes up, that's usually, like, I only got around to it at, like, the last second. Because if it's the day that it goes up, I probably won't record it. Like, if it was Monday already, I wouldn't record an episode of Wildcraft and post it the same day, because I will never get that up in time, because you have to base it around how long, I guess, the video is, and how long it takes to render and, like, upload the video. It's a big thing. So the next video you guys see will be Wildcraft. So, that's great. Okay, I think my mom is in there talking to Buddy. Buddy, if you don't know Buddy, I think he was in the last, I put a picture of him up on the last stream. He is my doggy. He used to be like, he's technically all of our doggy, but my mom always says, get your dog, so he's technically mine. He gets into trouble a lot, so that's why he's my dog. Because she also just likes blaming me for things that he does, like, your dog chewed up this, or your dog peed on the fridge, like, that's the only reason she says is that he's my dog, but technically he loves all of us a lot, so I see him as our dog. Like, he's my brother's dog, too, because he loves him a lot, too, but I think the reason she calls him my dog is because he sleeps in my room, and he has dog food and water in here and stuff, so this is technically his room, so he's technically my dog, but he's not. He didn't start out as my dog. It was all of our dog, because me and my brother took turns, like, having him in the bed, and in our rooms and stuff. Like, he'd take turns sleeping in my brother's room, and in my room, and then my brother got a cat in there that had, like, feline leukemia, or we didn't know if he did or not, so we couldn't let him be around other cats, so he had to be locked up in my brother's room all the time, and then, you know, Buddy couldn't be in there anymore, because Buddy always tried to attack him, and Gilbert didn't, you know, like Buddy, so it was a big thing, and then Buddy ended up sleeping in my room, and then he became my dog. So that's Buddy. He's a Cheagle, which is a Chihuahua Beagle. He's a mutt, and he's an adorable mutt. I love mutts. Same, but mine is a huge pit bull, so he chews on everything. Yeah. I think parents just like making a dog yours so they can blame you for the things it does and make you clean up after it. Like, hey, your dog pooped on the floor, you go clean it. It's your dog. It's like, it did not start out as my dog, okay? Y'all just forced it upon me, and then I ended up loving it, and you made me like it. I mean, I technically wanted Buddy in the first place when we heard about him. Me and my brother were like, please, and she was like, fine. My mom wanted him too, but my dad was the only one that, like, my dad is usually the reason we don't get animals. Like, he's usually the one, like, fine. My mom's like, okay, he said fine, and we're like, woo! That's kind of how it usually goes. One time we actually got a cat against his will. He was like, no, we ain't getting no cat. A couple minutes later, so this is our cat Milo. It's literally how it went. And he was like, I thought I said we ain't getting no cat. And then we had a cat, but the way Milo passed away was not the best, but that's how we got him, so. And cool hair. I'm a cool person. Not really. Even the way I said cool person didn't sound cool. But I love doggos, though. I wouldn't give away mine for nothing. Like, if someone paid me, I wouldn't give away my doggo. I love him. I love my buddy. I call him a moose because he tramples stuff. He's got really long legs, okay? So he tramples everything. Every time he walks somewhere, he's trampling something. Like, whenever we put the computer mouse on the couch or something, he always finds it and knocks it off the couch. I'm like, you frickin' moose! I also call him Moose Moose. It's like my nickname for him. Like, everybody has a nickname for their dog, okay? You'd be lying if you said you didn't. My mom is talking in there. Like, we have, like, for Mimi. Mimi's a nugget. Buddy's a moose. Like, everybody has a nickname for their dogs. It's like what you do when you have a dog. Hey, if y'all aren't doing it with people, can I play with you? If you can. Yeah, sure you can. We're cycling through, so you can feel free to join me because we're cycling through different people, taking turns. Let's be buddies. Okay. Alright. Sure. I sent one to you. But yeah. Everybody got nicknames for their dogs. I'll send it out. Okay. Yeah. So, we need... Sammy, are you coming this time, or what? Where's the person that said they wanted to join? I'm gonna go ahead and tell them. I don't know if you're watching the live stream or not. I'm very laggy right now. I need to refresh. My dog is a huge lap dog. He's over 70 pounds and he's on top of me. I've always wanted a big dog. Buddy's like a medium-sized. Here, come. Join. Buddy's like medium-sized and Mimi is really little. The only big dog we've ever had. Oh, you're already here. Hi. The only big dog we've ever had was Shadow. He's like a husky, German Shepherd, Australian Shepherd mixed with something. I don't know what he is, but he's quite big. Big enough to where if he lays on you, it's gonna hurt. But he used to actually, like when I was recording, I think Webkin's videos, the Howlers, I believe is what it was that I was recording at the time. When we recorded the it was just me. When I recorded the Howlers, okay, who all was doing this time? I'm making sure someone, okay, yeah, this is a good group of people, because you guys have went a couple times already. I'm just trying to cycle through with different people. But anyway, whenever I used to record the Howlers, Shadow would rub on my back and, like, literally knock me over. Because he was like, you know how cats, like, rub on stuff with their back and their tail goes swoosh, swoosh? Well, Buddy does that as well. And so does Shadow, apparently. I didn't know that Shadow did that until that day, but he rubbed on my back and, like, almost broke my back in half. So, he's not that big. He's about the size, probably a little bit smaller than a husky is. He's not very big. I wouldn't say he's, like, German Shepherd or Great Dane big. He's not that big. But big enough to when he rubs on your back, it hurts. But I've always wanted, my dream dog is either a husky, a Siberian husky, or a German Shepherd, or have both of them at the same time. And I probably would get boy dogs, and get them fixed, most likely, because when they're fixed, they won't be all territorial and violent. Because I've found that girl dogs, I have to clear my throat, as you can hear. I found that girl dogs are more aggressive. But that might just be girl chihuahuas. I don't know. But my mom had a dog that was a female called Sassy, and she was an ankle biter as well. She was pretty aggressive. I mean, BB was too. Sassy's son. But he's not aggressive at all, and he's a male. I mean, he's aggressive to other people sometimes, because he doesn't, like, you know, stranger danger. Like, if you met Buddy and you were with me, and he'd probably bark at you and try to chase you down the hall or something. He chases everybody down the hall and, like, threatens them, but he never actually, like, bites really hard to where he makes you bleed. He usually just, like, slams his nose up against you. It's weird. I think he's just really protective over the people he loves. Like, he didn't used to like Kaylee very much, but then the more Kaylee came over, the more he was territorial over her. Like, if you hit Kaylee now, he also attacks you. Just like he did if you would hit me, he would also attack you then. So, the more he knows you, the more he gets to know you, the more he likes you, basically. But I want to get, like, really loving, like I want to get the best German Shepherd and Husky you can get. The ones that aren't, like, violent at all and are just really loving, and don't attack a bunch of people. Which, I mean, might be a female, because they're not really, like, I mean, they're, in my opinion, are more aggressive sometimes. I don't know why. I think it's because they're a girl and they, you know, time of the month and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I think they're just more aggressive sometimes. Mimi is extremely aggressive. I mean, she can be loving towards people sometimes. Not very much. Well, I mean, when strangers come over, Mimi's extremely wiggly and lovely, and like she like licks them and stuff. But if she has food, then she will mess you up. She will come back from heaven to bite you, literally. She did that to Buddy, literally. She would come back from heaven to bite you and just get revenge on you. And then like the last couple of days since that happened, she's been biting Buddy a lot more. She's a lot more aggressive towards him. Like, you ate my freaking chicken. I died for that chicken and came back. And you ate it. My dream dog is a Bernese Mountain Dog. That's a really good dream dog to have. They're gorgeous. But I mean, there's not really many dogs that aren't gorgeous. I want like 5 dogs. I'm not even joking. Once I had a black lab, over 100 pounds. He was a big baby. Yeah, Shadow is a black dog with a little bit of white on like his chest. And the reason we think he's part Australian Shepherd is because his eyes are like different colors a little bit, but we think he might just have like something wrong with his eyes or something. But I think his eyes have always been like that though, so I think it might be Australian Shepherd mixed with something. He kind of looks kind of like he also might be a little bit Border Collie, an Australian Shepherd. I think that's what he is. So he's not very big, but he's a very floofy dog, and he's always, ever since he was a puppy, has acted straight up like he did when he was a puppy. Like he does the same thing that he used to do. Like he's a big bear. We call him a big bear. He did bite someone on the nose before though and make them bleed and have to go home crying. So, I mean, in his defense, it was 4th of July and there were fireworks going off. Okay, the little things that you throw on the ground, they pop. We were doing those, and he bit one of our neighbors on the nose. It was a very traumatic time. I don't know if I was there or not, or if I watched it. I can't remember. But it was scary. Shadow was violent sometimes. But anyway, we have 3 dogs. We used to have more. In fact, Shadow had puppies, so we had a lot of dogs at one point. We didn't keep any of them, but we had them while they were puppies to raise them enough to where they could leave their mama. We had a beagle, which was their mama. Her name was Baby. And then we got a Cheagle, and his name is Buddy. And I love him. Baby was so much like Buddy. Like, that's how we know he's part Beagle, because they have the same bark. Beagle barks are the most annoying barks I've ever heard from a dog. The most annoying. I mean, Basset Hound barks are also pretty bad. I mean, Sammy would know. But Beagle, like, any hound dog bark is so annoying to have in your house. Like, hound dogs are meant to track animals like bunnies and stuff like that. And, like, bark when they see them or bark when they know where they're at. But when it's freaking in your house and it hears a noise, any noise it hears is like, roo, roo. Like, it's the worst. Buddy's, like, got the most annoying bark I've ever heard from a dog in my life. My house is like a tiny zoo. I have a dog, 3 cats, and 2 rabbits and a turtle. I used to have 4 turtles, a hamster at one point, not the same time as I had the turtles, but we had 4 turtles. We've had, I think, 4 dogs, maybe more. I can't remember. We've had a lot of dogs. Oh, hey, look, we got something good, guys. Look at that, we got a beta. Lovely. Den betas are the main things you get from this adventure. They're as frequent as spikes are on clovers, I think. But spikes on here are very rare to get. Like, I got a black longhorn before, and I've never got one since. I've only got one that one time, and that was— oh, hey, guys! Look, I opened a chest! Every time I get something good, I'm gonna do that. Oh, hey, guys! I got a rare glove from a chest. That's lovely. Every time I get something good, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be the new thing on these live streams. Every time I get something good, it's like, oh, hey! When I'm not there, you get something good. A little happy crying tear face. Yeah. I told you this is gonna happen, guys. We're gonna cycle through so much that some people are gonna get stuff and some people aren't. That's the sad part of this. That's why I don't know, like, about the Forgotten Desert doing live streams, because it's like, you leave people out, and I feel bad. I wish, like, so many people, like, if more than 4 people could join this adventure, it would go by so fast. That's what I don't like about Clovers, is that you don't all get the same things and stuff in the same adventure. That's what I like about Forgotten Desert, is that whatever one person gets, we all get. We work as a team. That's what's fun about it. Oh, hey, guys! I did it both times without even thinking about it. Like, I did it when we got the flower carpet, and then when I got the glove, I was like, oh, hey! Oh, goodness. I'm making you all do it, too. Whenever I get something good, it's gonna pop up on the screen, we're all gonna be like, oh, hey! Oh, hey, guys! Hi, I'm new here. What's the best prize you've gotten from Forgotten Desert? Mine's Black Long. Yeah, I'd say mine's black long as well. It's the best one I've ever gotten from here. I've never gotten a neon bow, and you can't get headdresses or party hats from here, I believe, anymore. I've never actually ever seen anybody get a headdress from here, even though they used to claim that you could get the Rim or Rare Item Monday headdress from here. I've never seen anyone get it in all my years of animalism. I've never seen it. Like, I've looked up videos of people getting stuff from Forgotten Desert. I've never seen that. I have seen someone get neon bow, but I think it's a very rare thing to get from here. And I got a black long, like, my first year playing as a member. And I was like, isn't this the most, like, rare thing in the game? Because I didn't know at the time that there were headdresses and stuff that were more rare. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have the most rare spiked collar in the game. And I felt like a big shot. And I had that black long for a very long time. Like, I refused to give that thing away. But then finally one day I was like, bye. And I traded it away for something. I think it was when I traded. Yes, I think it was when I traded for my first black and green headdress. Is when I traded away my black long that I got from Forgotten Desert. Then I traded that headdress and add for my blue headdress. And then I got another black and green headdress. So that's what happened. And then of course I got another black long and all the stuff that I have now. And those were my two dream items. That and what was it? The blue party hat was my dream item for a minute, but I traded that and stuff for my glitstring. And then actually recently, my most recent dream item was the glitstring, but I got it, as you can see. It's like it's on my main look now for Darling Arctic Paw and everything. Like, I love it. Cause I love that color blue, and that's why I was like, I need that ring. I need it. But of course, blue and green headdresses because, I mean, it was a blue headdress and a black and green headdress. Like, it's all my favorite colors in a headdress. So, those are my dream items when I first started playing, and then I finally got them after, like, years of playing. And now I'm just trying to get random stuff that I want. And also give people things that they want. Oh, we have another chest? No, not good. Let's open this little tiny one before I leave. Give. Give. I said give. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Oh, hey! No. It's not good. Just, I mean, I was expecting gems, you know? And then there's not gems in a little tiny gem chest. I'm like, oh, hey! It would suck if you got it and did not know what it was worth in trading. I actually did that with a purple long. I got a purple long. I think that was the first ever spike I ever got, was a purple long collar. And I traded it for a green long. Oh my god, I was such an idiot. I was such an idiot. But technically, my only reasoning for getting that trade was I like green better than purple. And then I traded it away. And someone was like, thank you. I'm like, I don't know why they're freaking out so much. I mean, it's like the same thing with a different color. Man, they need to calm down. And then when I got older, I was like, holy crap, I'm stupid. Like, I shamed myself greatly. Like, I put myself in a timeout in the corner. I was like, you need to learn better. You just need to learn. You're just so stupid. But then, thankfully, that experience made me realize, like, rarity of spikes. I was like, wait, why is that person freaking out so much over me giving them the purple long for this green one? And then I looked up what are spikes worth. And I figured out the black one was the most rare one. And then, not even a couple days later, I don't think, I got a black long from the adventure. And I was like, holy crap, I was just reading about this. This is the best one. And I've never gotten it in the Forgotten Desert since. I've gotten a red long in the Forgotten Desert. Never gotten all the way up to, what is this? Oh. Oh, hey! No. I don't know why you gave that to me. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know if it's worth anything. I'm going to put it in my den, though. It looks nice. It reminds me of clover. I'm going to put it where this plant is. And this cami. I got this cami from Forgotten Desert, by the way. In case you were wondering where I got that from. Oh, hey! I'm just going to move her over there and put this plant near the chest or something. I don't know. You gave me something I wanted to put in my den, and now here I am, not knowing what to do with it. Okay. Good enough. I don't know if it's worth anything. It might be a den beta. I don't keep up to date with den stuff, really. I know the basic den betas and stuff, like the fly, what's it called? The fly trap thing. I know those and stuff. When the next time you will be live. I gotta go. When is the next time you will be live? You're my new favorite YouTuber. I don't know. And thank you, by the way. When people say that, I'm like, I don't believe you. Because I'm not really that awesome. But I think the next time I'll be live is either next Saturday or the Saturday after that. I might take a little break next Saturday from doing live streams because I was doing them this entire month. I was doing live streams. So I might take a little break next Saturday. But if I don't feel like taking a break next Saturday, I might want to do one, like, next Saturday. Is what I'm saying. But if not, then the Saturday after that. Is it the 5th burp, guys? I've lost count. I usually, if I ever do a live stream, it'll be on Saturdays. So I'm still going, guys. We're still doing this thing. Let me refresh, actually, because it's been a minute since I refreshed. And my nose itches. You better believe it. Okay, I mean, when you say it in caps like that, I mean, I guess I have to. Anyway. I knew what the black lung was worth, I think, when I got it, but I barely knew what it was worth when I got it, though. Like, I barely did. And I was like, oh, holy crap, that's awesome. And I didn't know just how rare that was that I got it in the Forgotten Desert until I had already had it, and I was like, well, dang. Like, now that I look back on it, I've never gotten one since. Like, it's been 4 years, guys. I got it, I think, the first year I was playing, I got it, and then it's been 4 years, and I'm like, holy crap, I've still not gotten one since. It's such a rare thing to get, and I got it, like, my first times ever playing it. Like, I was a noob at Forgotten Desert and everything. I didn't even know where all the shards were when I got that. It was the best. We were all freaking out, though. I know there was just more people there than just me. We were all like, oh my god! That's how I knew it was a big deal when I got it, because I just saw everybody going, oh my god! Like, when we got it, I was like, what's the big deal? I don't know. Like, I knew it was a rare thing, but I just didn't know how rare it was at the time, so when I saw everybody freaking out, I was like, I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I did freak out, though. I will say, I did freak out. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, that's a rare thing! I got something good! But I wasn't as freaking out as much as they were. That's for sure. So, I'll turn on notifications. Okay, thank you! No one ever does that for me, I don't think. No one ever cares when I post stuff. That's why I don't really post that much often. I mean, I post when I want to, not when people tell me to. That's kind of my thing. Like, when I post Wildcraft on Mondays, it's not because people are like, post Wildcraft! It's more because I'm like, okay, well, I just want to make a video today. So I do. And today, like, no one told me to do a live stream, I just wanted to do one. Especially, like, no one also told me to do it of Lucky Clovers all those times that I did it, but I did it because I felt like doing it. And I'll probably do it again next year, too. I'll probably do a live stream every Saturday in March next year. I might also do a live stream for my birthday as well, which is coming up. And I might also try to do one for Easter, which isn't Easter tomorrow? Like, Easter is tomorrow if I'm correct, right? Like, I'm not wrong here. I might try to do one tomorrow. To the question that person asked when my next stream is, I might try to do one tomorrow, actually. It is so weird to me that Easter is on April 1st this year. Like, it's on April Fool's Day. It's like, oh, Easter live stream. Hey!